Hey guys, what is up? This is Kartik from YFG, and we're back with another video on Artifact. And as you guys, I'm also learning the game, so let's go through the journey and we'll talk about what I have learned so far, and we'll make you comfortable with the basics of the game. Alright, so let's go to collection, and before that I'll just turn the music down a little bit because I think it's interrupting me too much, but I really love the music, by the way, in the game, so not that down. What I really want to talk about today is what constitutes a deck in Artifact. Alright, so as you can see, there are a bunch of cards over here, but what constitutes a deck? Like, what do you put in the deck? And what are the different card types here? So in Hearthstone, there are minions, and there are spells, right? And ever so often they include a mechanic that like hero cards or something of that nature, right? But it's a little bit more complex here in Artifact. So there are heroes, all right? So there are 5 slots for heroes, and in constructed play, those have to be filled by 5 different heroes of same or different colors, as you may wish to have a deck with a single color or multiple color decks, maybe like 2 color, 3 color, or maybe in some weird way 4 color, but I don't recommend that. So your main deck has to be filled by 40 cards, and there's an item deck which needs to be filled by 9 cards. Those limits can be exceeded, but you have to be minimum 40 and 9 and 5 hero cards. Alright, so hero cards like Axe here has 7 attack, 2 armor, and 11 health. So these are the 3 main attributes of the heroes, the stats, right? But the heroes come with a signature card, right? So the signature card of Axe is Berserker's Call. So what it does is choose an allied red hero. It battles its enemy neighbors. So as it's shown here, the middle bottom white part is your hero, and it's showing the neighbors. So the neighbors are the hero exactly opposite and exactly diagonals on the both side of the hero you're choosing. And so this is true for every hero, but like Axe doesn't have any other active or passive ability. But if we look at Beastmaster right here, so Beastmaster has another active ability called Summon a Loyal Beast, which is active, which has a cooldown of 3 turns. The 3 indicates 3 turns, and this is the signature ability, which is stun a unit blocking an allied red hero this round. Move that unit's allied neighbors to random other lanes. Now anybody who has played Dota can actually relate to this primal roar in a way that when you do primal roar in Dota, you stun the hero in front of you, like the hero you did it on, and you move the other creeps or heroes surrounding the main guy you did primal roar on. You move them up, like apart, right? Move them a little bit aside. So that's how it goes. And this is the Loyal Beast which is spawned. So this is the 3/1/3 Beast, which when Loyal Beast deals battle damage to a unit, modify that unit with -1 attack. Now the way modify works is when an effect modifies another card, it applies a permanent buff or debuff to the target, and heroes actually retain modifiers through death, right? So it's a very powerful effect if you are able to land it on a hero, because it actually retains the effect. So that's a little bit, I will talk this about this a lot more in the demo which we're going to play. So these are our hero cards, and hero cards come with 3 of their signature spells, right? So once you put a hero card in, you also put Berserker's Call automatically. The 3 Berserker's Call come in automatically. So I have put an Axe here, it came in automatically. If I put Beastmaster here, Primal Roar comes automatically. So 3 cards is the upper limit of which a certain amount of card you can put in a deck. So I can, other than hero cards of course. So if we go to like the main deck called Creeps, now these are units with stats other than the heroes. So let's see, untested grunt here, we can put 3 off, right? So, and hell, we can put 3 off. And like we have 9, so when we put it, we no longer have options to put more. So the 3 is the upper limit of the deck in Artifact. So yeah, that's there. So the main deck constitutes of creeps, spells, and improvements, which is pretty interesting. So you look at the creeps. So the creeps are units with stats which are different to the creeps in the lane, which are randomized in which lane the creep goes. Like we'll talk about it when we play the game, But here you have creeps with actual mana, which can or may not have active passive abilities. Like Bronze Legionnaire is the basic 2 mana creep for red, and it is a 4/2/2, which is like okay, decent. And when you go higher up in mana, you'll see that creeps will have abilities with them, right? So if we look at something like Keenfold Golem, it's 6 mana, 13/13. Oh my god, is it crazy? But it is the play effect is discard your hand. That means all the cards in your hand go away. So if this is the only card in your hand, then it's fine. But usually in Artifact, you'll have a lot of cards in hand, and this card, if it gets condemned right away, is so weak. Oh my god. Like, we'll talk about it, what condemn means and stuff like that. And so Thunderite Alpha here. This card is amazing. In the sense that if you play a ramp deck in the sense, if you play Hearthstone, you already know. If you don't, a ramp deck means you start with 3 mana, right? But you have certain cards which can increase your mana, faster than a turn, right? I mean to say, if I get 3 mana in the first turn, I get 4 in the second. I mean, 1 extra in the second and 1 extra in the third. And there are some spells and creeps or something to increase that limit if they are played, right? So if I play that your tower has +1 mana, that means I'll have 5 mana instead of 4 on turn 4 second turn, right? So if you play those kind of decks, it's crazy, right? So that's what creeps are. Now let's talk about some spells. So spells, of course, as you know, are effects which in this game can do a lot of things, like modify enemies and remove enemies, draw you cards, give you mythics. Like this is a example of a ramp spell which gives you 3 mana this round only. That means the effect is not like multiplied once the round is over, it goes away. So your deck comprises of a lot of spells. You would want to play a lot of good spells, like Annihilation is one of the strongest spells in the game, and I only have 2 of these, which is a very I would love to have 3 of these, man. But we're not playing a lot of Constructed these days, so because the game is new and Constructed is a bit boring, so we're playing a lot of drafts, so that doesn't matter in drafts that much. So Annihilation, condemn all units. Now what does condemn mean? Mark a unit improvement or equipment for death, right? Death, like you kill everything on the board. Condemn all units. It's so strong, sometimes can save you and give you a turn or 2 sometimes. If you're behind and suddenly you play Annihilation, you can next turn you can play your creeps or play your heroes more safely, because sometimes what happens is the opponents will have like a crazy board in which even if you play a hero, or even if you play 3 heroes, they'll all die suddenly. So what you can do is, that after 2 turns your heroes come back, right? So a turn or 2 before you play this, then you can easily put down your heroes and not be afraid of them dying the same turn you put them down. So it's a really good spell, right? Time of Triumph is another crazy spell. Holy crap, this spell sometimes in a in a full board can turn the game around in itself. Like, holy crap, look at this, look at what it gives. Modify, again, we talked about modify. Modify effects are permanent buffs or debuffs, right? And it is the hero retains them. That means if I modify axe here, so it gets 4 armor, 4 attack, 4 health, 4 cleave, 4 retaliate, and 4 siege. Oh my god, it's insane. It's amazing. Like, it's crazy. It's just crazy, right? So those are the spells, right? So the next are improvements, which is a new concept in Artifact, and I have not seen it in any other game. Maybe I've not played as much MTGA, and I've played a lot of Hearthstone, and definitely there's no improvement, so to say, in Hearthstone. So what improvements do is it's like improvement to your tower. So for like trebuchets, you can play a trebuchet. It will be like in the side of your tower, and it will do 2 piercing damage to the enemy tower before the action phase, right? So what before the action phase means? Action phase is when, like, there are 2 phases, like 3 phases. All right. So we'll talk about this later, but 2 piercing damage means it ignores armor, right? We'll see how damage works in this game, but improvements are basically things you can add on to your tower to do more interesting things, right? Like fractured timeline. Before the action phase, give a random card in your opponent's hand +1 lock. Lock means cards cannot be played as long as they are locked. Okay, lock is applied for a duration in rounds. So +1 would mean it won't be able to play, he won't be able to play it for 1 round, right? It is crazy. It is crazy sometimes when you can do that. It is a RNG effect right now because it says random card, but there are many lock cards which you can, like, lock any card the opponents draw, right? So there are many kinds of different improvements, and I'll be able to tell you properly about them once we start playing the game. So yeah, and then there are items. So heroes can equip items, and there are three types of items, and then there is consumables. Like, only 1 consumable is there right now, I think, or sorry, 3 consumables are there. So this is different than what the 3 items are actually. So every hero has 3 slots, 1 for weapon, 1 for armor, and 1 for accessories. So weapons, of course, give damage or give you, like in case of Blink Dagger, moved equipped hero to another lane. So if Axe is in lane 1 and for some reason you want to move him to lane 3, for like if he's dying on lane 1, or if you want to have like a lethal on lane 3 and Axe gives you that extra damage to do lethal, so you can give Axe Blink Dagger and he has the ability to blink in 2 turns, right? The cooldown is 2 turns, right? So it costs 7 gold, and the way you earn gold is you kill creeps or heroes and you earn gold, and after each round is finished, the last action phase happens in lane 3. There is shopping phase, and then there is deployment phase, and then there again is like deployment phase, phase where you play cards or something. So that's there. So there are different kinds of weapons, and then there's armor, which of course gives the players armor, but there are different kind of effects here on your armor. But essentially it gives armor to any hero, and hero dies, they retain the items. It's not that the item goes away, they'll have it even after death, just like in Dota, right? So of course the accessories give different kind of effects. Like phase boots give +4 health, and active is swapped equipped hero with any other ally. on the same lane, I guess. And Traveler's Cloak is the basic one, gives 4 health. Horn of the Alpha is amazing. Amazing. It summons a Thunderhide pack every 2 turns if you can. If you can buy it, it's like 25 gold, which is absurd sometimes because it takes like a lot of turns if you're not playing the economy deck with the black, which I'm going to play for you right now to show you how economy decks might work. Alright, so rather than wasting any time, as we discuss the basics, we'll discuss the basics of a normal game in maybe a bot match of basic difficulty, because I just want to talk more and not think about the game as much. And we're going to play a econ deck. The main goal of this deck is to have like good hero cards which can sustain early, kill stuff early, and then get a lot of money with payday and track, you know. So we have a lot of removal cards, like Duel is a good removal card in case if anything is battling Axe early, he's going to kill it, right? And there's late game, there's Assassinate, and the Time of Triumph is our game winning stuff when we have like heroes which are completely rammed up with these crazy items here, because we'll be generating a lot of money. And once there are 2 Thunderhide packs in a lane, and then I do like a Time of Triumph, it's just insane. It's the game, and it's game ending, right? So I have 40 cards, 9 items. There are no improvements, but I'll be playing a deck with improvements later on. So we'll choose like a red green brawler deck, which is like a starter deck which we get, right? And we'll do a play, and we'll just see how a real match plays out, right? In terms of what happens and how the game starts. So in the beginning, you get your 3 heroes get placed in a lane, and as you can see, there are 3 creeps, and this all happens randomly, right? So I didn't choose any of this, so that's the situation here. So you start with lane 1. This is the action phase. So as you can see, there are arrows over here which indicate that I am attacking this creep, and the arrows actually spawn in this game, like the pathing arrows they're called, and they spawn. So we don't have anything to do here because you can only play red spells if you have red hero in the lane, and black spells if you have a black hero in the lane. You can't play a spell of any color in any lane. You need to have a hero of that color in the lane. So he played a creep, and he got a straight arrow, and now as we don't have anything to do, we'll pass initiative. So the first player who passes initiative gets the advantage in this next lane. That means we get to do our action first. Like now here I get to choose what I want to do. And now as you can see, Bounty Hunter's ability is before action phase, there is a 50% chance to give Bounty Hunter +4 attack this round. So we got that, and we got Jinada. That means we have 11 attack, and this Sven dies here, which is so good. And we don't want to use anything. I mean, I can use track essentially here, because if he cannot deal with this, then I get 10 gold. As you can see, we already have 16 gold. Isn't that crazy? Now as you can see, he got like a arrow curving towards my hero. That means he'll be attacking my hero. It is randomized. That's how it works, right? So I can condemn a creep, which I'm going to do here, and the creep dies. So I just want to benefit my hero's health over here a little bit, but I can have an advantage. So I already have 22 gold in first shopping phase, which is crazy now that I can give my axe Ring of Tarask already, and I'll get Potion of Knowledge also. So this is the shopping phase, and the shopping phase had 3 cards, as you can see, and I'm going to put We're going to talk about shopping phase a little bit more. I'm going to put my hero in lane 2 over here because I think he is also going to go here because he doesn't have any hero over there, or maybe here. So I'm just going to go here because I just rather want to save my bounty here. So I'm going to do it with my Legion, essentially. So as you can see, my axe gets direction towards the hero, which is good because so now he plays in rage, which gives his heroes like crazy buffs, which is fine. I'm going to give axe Ring of Tarask. So it's good. Like I want to like axe stays alive, and if I play like this, what this creep says is
I will restore order.
Stonehill elite will, with the +2 attack and +2 health after unit blocking, it dies. So the reason, now the thing is, I shouldn't have done that, but I just wanted to show you how the creeps work, right? So I played it and it got a straight arrow like that. It is randomized, of course, so it will die, but it's okay. I mean, I shouldn't have actually played it here. I should have played it here. It's my mistake a little bit, and yeah, it's fine. Although, let's see. Deal 4 damage to a unit in any lane. So we can actually do this because we have a black hero here. So do I want to do 4 damage to anything? I can actually kill this and directly attack the tower. But do I want to do that? I'd rather get rid of something else next turn. There's no point of me doing that right now. That's okay. I can save health, but I'd rather get the region, like the potion which we get from secret shop. I'm going to talk the shopping phase a little bit more now. So these are your 3 cards. So these are the consumables, all right? And this is what you put in the item deck yourself. This is the secret shop which has all the items in the game, and it just shows you randomized, and you can hold it for 1 gold if you like really find a good item. This is town portal scroll. Return an allied hero to the fountain, which I'm going to buy, and I use it on my PA if it doesn't. I don't want it to die and go away for 2 turns, right? So now he has 3 heroes, and going into the situation, he's going to deploy it here. What I can do is I can deploy sniper here, but the thing is, he will die if he will die. That's the thing. I'd rather put him over here
15 seconds remaining.
So I'm not doing any damage to him because my axe got like a... Yeah, this guy is getting so many buffs out. So what we're going to do is we can directly proceed to combat phase, but I'd rather not do it right now. Only if we had 2 more mana, we could have just assassinated this guy, but right now I'm not going to do anything. It's fine for me. My axe is very hard to kill my axe. So do I want to save this guy, or can I actually... The thing is, I'd rather save my PA, right? This lane is going very hard though. I don't want him to have advantage here. So if I hip fire...
15 seconds remaining.
Think you could get the drop on me?
I'm about to get paid.
Hopefully he doesn't do healing or something.
You're putting up a good fight, but it's not enough.
Okay, so he is trying to survive, and I think it will survive, which is irritating for me. We didn't get any duel or anything early, which is really what we want. But it's okay. It's okay. This is really, really dangerous to have Ursal here like that. But I'd rather do this now.
I was trained well.
I'm ready for anything.
It's okay, this dies. Alright, so... Don't need this right now. You don't have any use to deploy right now. And as you can see, the arrows also spawn along with everything else. So let's randomize. Let's see. I really want to draw like we can assassinate. We can't. I mean, we cannot assassinate still. Double your gold would have been good if we had a significant amount of gold, but we didn't draw the good red spells, man. Duel
Think
and
of
stuff like that.
like a tree.
Now this creep is blocking a shitload of damage from me, man. He's having a very hard time getting rid of my stuff. So this dies until unless I can do this, right? I can do deal damage, right? I don't know. Oh.
15 seconds remaining.
You're in my sights.
Oh my god, I didn't want to. I mean, I can pick it off now and save my legion and the creeps. Not the creeps, the legion. So I'd rather do that. I'd pick it up.
You never had a chance.
He heals this, but my legion survives as well, which I'll take any time. Alright, this lane is a little bit terrifying because I'd rather TP her than having her killed. So we lost one tower and now Ancient is up. That means if this goes to 0, we lose the game, right? So I really wanted to do this, but I don't have the money to. So I'll get this rather, and that's it. I really have to do something about this lane. This lane is going terrifyingly bad for me. Should I try to win these two lanes and not worry about this? But this is like, I mean, I can assassinate Ursa, right? So I'd rather do this then. This is amazing outcome. Hope we can assassinate Ursa, right? I'll do that. Nice.
Gotta be ready.
So I'll assassinate Ursa. This kills Ursa, which is good. This guy is fine. I mean, he gets blocked every time by the creeps, which is good RNG for us. Our axe hasn't died still, which is crazy, right? So I'm going to. I'd rather can even assassinate this. So what should I be doing here? Should I play my mercenary exiles and use up my gold and get X health and X attack, where X is half of my gold spent, which is 7, which does
15
not
seconds
kill
remaining.
him.
5 seconds remaining. 3, 2, 1.
Stonehall doesn't care about you. You're just a spoke on the wheel.
Doesn't get killed, but next turn I can make like a huge minion here. Now I can't do anything over here, so I'm just gonna pass because I don't have any heroes here, right? So yeah. Interesting. Locking his cards right now because only has 3 of them is really good. Amazing. I didn't get hit a single time. Just crazy. Right. Oh my god. I got 2 of those. I can even assassinate in this lane. Should I do that? I mean, is that really something I want to do in this lane? Let's think. I can equip him with this, which is good for me.
I understand my orders.
He wants to block attack, which is cool. I can do Time of Triumph, but I really don't want to do it. I'd rather do it here, in this lane. I don't know. I haven't actually tested if it works in all the lanes if I do that, but I'd rather not take any chances, right? So you know what? I'd rather assassinate. This is becoming a really big issue. So I'd oh no, actually no. I'm not going to do anything over here. I'm not going to do anything over here. This damage gets blocked, unless he removes it. Oh, so that's what he wants to do. But this doesn't kill my axe. Even that doesn't kill my axe. Right? If I assassinate this, I get a lot. This lane is empty. Because it's 10 piercing damage. Right? Now this... No. This lane is completely empty for him. Now. Oh, he sucker punched. That is bad because I really wanted to Time of Triumph here. So what do you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna double my gold and give him like crazy amount of stats. Look at his stats. What is the health of this guy over here? I don't need to do this. 4 damage when attacking a hero, so we can do that, which is a continuous effect, but still this doesn't die. So I mean, we don't do anything else here. That's okay. What is happening? It's just fine. And this lane we just like whatever, we don't care about this lane, and even he doesn't care about his that lane as much, right? We'll just take this and go away. So he has Ursa, which is going to deploy here, I think. Of course he had to. So we need to get rid of Ursa, but the Ursa is attacking the creep, which is good. I mean, I can play Time of Triumph here, and both of his cards get locked, which is crazy. I mean, they can battle here. Axe does 7 damage. This does 2 damage. It's not enough to kill him, right?
15 seconds remaining.
I can do this and this. That kills Ursa. My creep survives, everybody survives, Axe gets... I can even do that. And now again I have an empty row, empty board there. Now here, if I,
My thanks.
this doesn't help him at all, so I'll just proceed to combat phase. The reason I'm going to do this is because I really want to get his tower here. Now the thing is, I've gotten his tower. Next turn I have lethal if I able to get this tower there. He's not able to deal. He'll not be able to deal 48 damage next turn. I don't think so. So I really don't need to buy anything here. I don't think he can win now. It's out of question. I'd still play this here, right? In contention, I'm just going to play Time of Triumph now. Whatever he does. So I don't know what he's trying to do here, but he just lost. It's done. He can't even play 2 of these cards. And this is game over. We just won. So this means you have won because, of course, if you go to combat phase, he can't really defend the damage because he doesn't have anything on the board here, right? We have initiative, we go for it, we win. So the victory happens if you destroy 2 towers or you destroy ancient completely, like from 80 to 0. So we win, and as you can see, Axe didn't even die because we were able to give him that early ring, right? So that is how full match plays out. Well, given that it's with bots, just for the sake of like to show you how a match plays out, and I made a lot of mistakes actually, but it's fine. Like it's a learning phase for me as well as you guys. So I'm fine with making mistakes in learning phase. Otherwise, where like if you don't make mistakes in the learning phase, you make mistakes at the wrong time then, right? I'd not like to make a mistake in a match with actual people. That'd be stupid. And by the way, the option to recycle cards is here, and I did recycle my commons. Like I don't have any excess commons, but I have excess uncommons, which I don't know the price of. So I'm waiting, and I'll be rather than like converting them for every 20 cards, irrespective of the rarity. Every 20 cards is a ticket. So I can have like a shitload of tickets. I already have. Look at the amount of commons I must have had to have 101 tickets. It's like crazy. If I even get rid of my uncommons here, like as you can see, I have a buttload. I can get a crazy amount of tickets, man. It's like crazy. It's if you don't care about constructed play and you only care about drafts and all you need is tickets, whenever you win in drafts, like if you're really good at drafts, of course, if you win, you can exchange for tickets all the time, and I can actually have 34 more tickets if I exchange all the excess uncommons, which I'm not going to do, of course, right? So recycling cards is here, which they promised they'll release before the beta ends, which is amazing. And of course, we'll talk about constructed play a little bit more. I'm going to show you a little bit of phantom draft in the casual mode. We'll see how that works out against actual players, and we'll play a little bit of casual constructed as well to show you the constructed play right now in the game. We're going to play, I'll play like a starter deck if you want, or I'll play the econ deck, whatever is the mood that day. Alright, my intention with the series is to have a pathway for me and for my viewers or anybody who is interested in watching, of how from a beta of a game from day one, how we went from a noob to a decent player. I'm not going to say pro, I really want to, but I know what goes into being pro, and it's hard. It's a lot of time and dedication I'm ready to give, but we'll see how the journey takes place, right? So this is a good place list for me as well as anybody who is interested in following the journey and going with the journey along with me, because it'd be helpful for me if you guys can teach me and I guys can show you something new, right? It works both ways in card games, because not everybody knows everything about a card game. it's so varied and so complex that you learn new things every day, new mechanics, new interactions. That's what excites me about card games, and that's why I went ahead and went all in on Artifact. And yeah, this is going to be the documentation of my journey, this playlist. And thank you if you're watching, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. It was very basic, like this is tutorial stuff. We're going to move ahead. This is just a pathway for me to show me that I have learned the basics of the game. So we're just like fine. I mean I don't know, I like to do that. So thank you for watching. I hope you guys had a nice day, and I'll see you guys in the next episode.